This is Creativate. Discover creativity and innovation in the world around us and get inspired to pursue your creative passion.
Hey, welcome to Creativate Live. My name is Jason, joined by Kylie as always. And hey, we are super excited because we just wrapped up season 1.
Woo!
And there is much to celebrate, Kylie. Number one, because not that I've checked recently, but our last episode is at 3,362 views as of right now. So
our best episode for sure.
I think it was our best
and
episode.
On a good note.
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the things that we wanted to do today, just kind of informally, you could tell, is just, I don't know, remember some of the high notes, celebrate a little bit.
Yeah. So when Jason actually approached me and said, hey, I've got this idea. Do you want to start a podcast with me? I'd never done a podcast before. You had never done a podcast
That's
before.
right.
And really the heart behind why we decided to do it was because we're both entrepreneurs, designers, creators, and we were like, there are others out there how cool would it be if we could create something that we could all listen to and be inspired by and learn from. I mean, between the two of us, we have experience in Olympics, international brands, formal design, and so we just thought, like, what if we pulled together some of those pieces and got together, did a podcast, and just helped inspire each other? Probably the craziest thing that we never saw coming before we started this was a pandemic hit right in the middle of it.
Yes, that did change things. We even shot an episode on Zoom. So that
we did an entire episode on Zoom, which I actually love that episode.
Yeah, that's fun.
I actually remember, if you remember, we were in the middle of filming one of the podcasts, and we had our phone set up just kind of off to the side, and the governor was actually speaking.
That's right.
And that's when he announced the stay-at-home orders. And so we were like,
we should probably record
oh my
another
word,
episode.
like
Actually, we recorded
well,
another.
I think we did
were like,
it.
we should record another episode.
Right, because we were like, okay, so this like fun, creative outlet that we have, this like cool idea is now going to be complicated, right? But I think there's something cool that we decided to not give up, persevere, and like Jason said, our last episode was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
It's called Steal Like an Artist. If you didn't see it yet, you should check it out. But season 1 was a wrap.
Yeah, and so I wanted to, I think looking at a couple of the highlights over the season, right?
So many.
So what were some of the things, let's put it this way, what were some of the things that you learned, like that we learned at least, what comes to mind? Because there was a...
Well,
there
one
were some
thing
key
we learned,
learnings.
the first episode we did, Jason forgot to hit record.
You're going to put that fully on me. I'll take that.
So, okay, when I say we decided to start a podcast with zero experience, not only did we start a podcast, but we started a podcast as well. So we have this really cool space we get to meet in, and we had equipment that we've never used before. And so I think probably the thing I learned the most was, it took me a few episodes, but having that in mind, knowing that there are cameras and looking at them, also remembering that it is a podcast. So if I'm showing something, I also have to describe it.
That's right.
Because people listening are going to be like, what is she
it's
talking
like radio
about?
in that sense.
Oh, my word. So yeah, I've gone back and watched a few of the first episodes, and I've been like,
if I was listening.
So that was I don't know, what was like one of your favorite highlights?
Do
you have one?
Yeah, one of my favorite highlights, I think, was the episode that I had a friend of mine on from the IOC, from the International Olympic Committee.
Yes.
And we just got to tell stories. If you haven't checked that out, you should go back. Yeah, Alan Brooks from the International Olympic Committee. We told some stories, reminisced, and there was some pretty interesting things.
I remember that episode. He was our first phone interview. Right?
Yeah, that's right. First phone interview, we were all nervous that if I was even going to work.
Different time? Didn't he have a different time zone?
He was on the West Coast at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really cool story. You guys talked about being on a committee or being on a campaign together in Mexico.
Yeah. Big event, yeah. Nationally televised. Active volcano, lightning storm. The president of Mexico there, yeah. Incredible. It's crazy.
That's right.
But the big announcement today really is that we are going to commit to season 2. We're going to do season 2 for sure. In fact, we've already been brainstorming about some ideas and concepts that we've got.
Got a couple fun interviews lined up.
Yeah, actually our first international interview is lined up for season 2, so we're excited to be able to share that with you. And we
still get to use the space, right?
Yeah, so the space that we're in right now, actually this particular space was often a place where we do production meetings. Hey, what's in, what's out, brainstorming on transitions, ideas, interviews, that type of thing.
Surprisingly, there's a lot that happens behind the scenes of the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of work to it.
And one of the things that we thought might be fun today is to show you kind of a little bit behind the scenes of what the actual studio space looks like. And we're going to do that right now. Well, welcome to the Creative 8 Live studio space. Wanted to give you a quick tour for today. And actually, the building that we're in is called the Creative Consortium. We thank them so much for being a sponsor throughout the season 1 and sharing the space, helping us out in so many ways. The first area that I wanted to take you through was our lounge. We use it as a bit of a green room. So for in-studio guests, we'd have them kind of hang out here in this area before bringing them onto the main set, which we'll walk through these big double doors into the main studio space. So as you can see, this is a much larger space, gives us a lot of different options for backgrounds and kind of set building, all kinds of different options. Lighting, you can see a lot of natural light comes through into this space as well. Of course, got the ping pong table back there, and you need that on any set. And these 2 big double doors back behind us, I think we actually recorded an episode shooting back this way with those double doors. They just seem like a really cool backdrop. So we've experimented with a lot of things in this space just because of the versatility. Over this way, just kind of got a meeting space. A lot of times we'll do production meetings there or review and editing with the TV there. This next space, check this out. You'll recognize this background maybe from our last episode. It's probably my favorite background. I really like this look and the feel of the set. Got our equipment here, and I had a lot of questions about equipment kind of throughout the first season. The one thing I'd highlight is this, this board right here. It's called a Rodecaster Pro. It's one of the cool things about that is you can actually take your phone calls, your interviews right through that board and into your headset. So in that sense, you can interview anyone and literally anywhere in the world, just through the use of that board. So that was a really cool feature, and then we got to use this year. Our typical setup was a 3-camera setup, 1 wide angle, 1 camera on Kylie and 1 camera on me. And so that's, I think, what we'll go with again for season 2. Seemed to work pretty well. But anyway, that's generally the space. Take you through here, and really just wanted to give you a look, a little bit behind the scenes. Hey, we're looking forward so much to next season. So our next season will kick off in a couple of weeks here. We're putting ideas together right now, and we will see you then.